So this is The Dylan Show, starring Dylan! Yay! I'm so alone.
What the fuck are you doing?
Being weird.
Alright.
You'll see it later.
Bored. Alright, now that I have my lactate.
Yay!
Now I can have dairy! I don't like the framing. Ugh, we're gonna start over.
Okay.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Britt, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you probably should because I usually talk about geeky things. But sometimes I just want to fucking eat.
Yeah!
So, this is my first ever mukbang, and I figured it'd be fun to do it with my friend Dylan. DynamicDylan on YouTube if you guys don't know already.
Yes.
He's here for my birthday.
Yay, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. September 12th is my birthday. So, we're having a fun time eating on my birthday.
So much fun.
We decided to eat some Dairy Queen. Obviously not sponsored. Have you seen my views recently? We decided to eat Dairy Queen for a couple of reasons. One, it's one of the only fast food places that doesn't make me want to die. I have a really weak stomach, and basically if God didn't make it, I can't eat it. And yes, you do hear my dog whining because he is gated up and he doesn't like it, and he wants to come over where the food is. And he doesn't usually steal human food, but he's been really eyeing this stuff, so I'm just not going to trust it.
Bitch is annoying.
But also the other reason why I wanted to do Dairy Queen was because it's actually a Minnesota company, and I love to celebrate that it's a Minnesota company. And I'm actually not far from the corporate headquarters, so it's just kind of fun. So let's kind of do an overview of what we're going to eat.
Yes.
So I have the flamethrower burger, which is like my favorite thing in the entire world. I love spicy food. My rosacea does not, but I do. And so fuck my rosacea.
Yes.
And I also have fries and then a water. And then I also have a blizzard, which there's a fun story about my blizzard that maybe we'll get to.
Yeah, that was fun. And I have the number 4, which is a double cheeseburger, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Just simple. And then I got some cheese curds, because you have to have cheese curds. They're so good. I haven't had them since I came last time. Well,
which is funny because that's a Wisconsin thing, but...
Yeah. Still, I'm with, you know,
I mean,
closer to Wisconsin than I was.
I was going to say, you're 45 minutes from Wisconsin right now.
Yeah.
So, fine.
And
Anyway.
then I got a soda.
Yes.
And a blizzard, too.
Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and start eating. So this
Yay.
is kind of awkward because essentially what mukbangs are is you just eat and talk.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
So much fun.
Oh god. I love this burger. It is so hot though. I'm Norwegian, so even though I love spicy food, what's hot to me probably is not super hot to other people.
Tomato. I like my burger.
Oh hey, my dad's outside. That's awkward. Just staring at us making a video. Yep. I mean, luckily my dad knows that I'm a YouTuber, but whatever. So speaking of which, Dylan, I thought it'd be fun to talk about kind of like our YouTube stories, how we eventually met and became friends and stuff.
Sure.
Thought that'd be kind of fun because I don't think we have ever sat down to talk about that. I think we both talked about our YouTube stories in the past, but we've never really talked about like on video. We did talk about it a little bit last night. My first reaction to him on 7 Otakus.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so what was your YouTube story? Like, how'd you get involved?
Well, I started making anime music videos at first, but it wasn't the real anime music videos. It was like music with anime pictures. It was the cheap. Yeah, I was a cheap boy.
You were one of those. Okay.
I didn't know how to do clips. I had no idea how to get them, how to either do it illegally or not. So I just did pictures that I got, I guess, technically illegally. So.
Okay, it's always illegal.
Whatever. Ain't no thing.
I mean, I used to do AMVs too, but like anybody who's like it's fair use, it's not fair use. It's not how fair use works at all.
Yeah.
So what else happened in your YouTube story?
So one of the first videos I made like a couple of videos about my cats, which I think are privated now.
How'd those not go viral?
I know.
Isn't that how YouTube was built? Cat videos?
I don't know. It sucks, but that's just how it is. Of course, I don't want to make cat videos for the rest of my life, so I guess it's a good thing. And then I made a manga collection video. And that video is still up somehow. Because I hate myself. Fuck.
Right now, a lot of my old videos are very, very private right now.
I leave them all up pretty much because I don't really care. It sucks, but you know what? It was part of my life and it's there, so it's fine.
Well, that's why I didn't delete them. That's why I just privated them because it's still part of my life. It's just the public doesn't need to see that.
Yeah.
The public doesn't need to see me super duper awkward.
They can see me super duper awkward. The Imprint 25 on YouTube. Don't look it up. And then I joined Seven Otakus like immediately after that, sometime around there.
So,
And
how did you find out about Seven Otakus though?
I think I saw a trailer for like, hey, we're coming up with a new collab channel. I honestly can't remember.
Okay.
I honestly can't. I don't know if Kay messaged me or if it was a video that was just like, hey, we might need new members. Maybe she even commented on my manga collection video that she was making a channel, maybe. That could have been it. I don't remember. It's been like 10 years since 2009.
No.
Yeah, like 8 years.
Well, 9 years since 2009.
Yeah.
It's 2018.
Yeah. So it's been a long time. And you joined the Seven Otakus after me later, yeah. Did we meet before that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. My memory is really bad.
Well,
I remember like seeing messages on my like homepage where you would say, "Hey, I like your videos," and then that's when we started talking.
Right.
I remember that.
So my story is actually relatively similar because I did start making AMVs as well. So I was a watcher of YouTube, and actually how I found out about YouTube at all was I was trying to get a friend that doesn't live in Minnesota. He lives in Arizona. I was trying to get a friend into Red Dwarf, but he wasn't going to just up and buy the DVDs. So
Right.
since he couldn't come over and watch them with me, I thought I would try to like send him clips. Well, I didn't realize that clips on the internet existed. So what I was doing was like taking a voice recorder and just recording things and explaining what's happening on screen.
Oh.
And then sent that to him. And he's like, well, I'm still not all that interested. And at one point I was just Googling Red Dwarf and I came across a video and I was like, oh, there are clips of TV shows on this YouTube? Cool. So I started sending him clips. And that was when he actually kind of started getting interested. So he did start watching eventually. But I thought it was like literally like a place where you just upload where like clips from TV shows are uploaded. Like I had no idea that it was something that people could actually participate in. So then in 2007, right after my very first ever convention, which was Anime Detour 2007, I found a video about Anime Detour and I was like, cool, Anime Detour is big enough to be on YouTube? Like seriously, I had no idea what YouTube was. And I heard my voice in the video and I sent it to that friend. I'm like, oh my god, I was on YouTube. And like, you realize you can just upload whatever you want. It was like, what? My mind was blown by this information. So I was like, cool. So then I started living with this girl. Actually, a lot of you may know, if you guys have been here long enough, you would know of her. If you watched Mission Otaku, she was the original Tuesday. Her name was Sarah. She started making AMVs, and she taught me how to do that. And so I started making AMVs. Not the slideshow kind.
Like me.
None of those exist on YouTube anymore. Well, that's not true. There is a channel that I did create like 8-9 years ago, something like that. That was specifically for music videos. Because after I decided that I was going to start vlogging, I took them all down. Because I didn't want any kind of copyright on my channel. So when I started vlogging was actually with that friend from Arizona. And he started this channel for us. I'm not going to share the name of that channel because I'm so embarrassed by all of the videos on there.
Okay.
I mean, he's seen them, but you guys don't need to. But Anyway, he and I were kind of doing this like almost like vlog brothers kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where we were long distance and we were just kind of communicating with each other back and forth over the internet, and it was a fun thing. It was really, you know, helpful for me to learn how to do it and stuff, and I kind of started learning how to edit a little bit better and things like that towards the end. But when that ended and he didn't want to continue, he just didn't like it. So I was like, all right, well, that's cool. I'll just continue on my own. So I started doing them on my own channel. I first like really just started talking mostly about Red Dwarf. And then eventually I decided I got back into anime. So then because I was kind of out of it for a little while.
Yeah.
And so I got back into anime, and so I started kind of talking about that a little bit. But that's when Sarah came back into my life, because she actually had left my life for a little while for other reasons. That'll eventually maybe be a story time on this channel, but we'll figure that out later. Anyway, so she'd come back into my life, and that was when we decided to start Mission Otaku. And Kay, how I got involved with Seven Otakus was Kay had found my call for auditions, and she said, I'm not going to audition, but I also have like an otaku collaboration channel, so we should like work together on our collaboration channels and share like ideas and for topics and things like that. And I was like, that sounds cool. So that's how Kay and I started talking.
Oh, cool.
Was that way. And then I started watching Seven Otakus, and my first reaction to him, I told him this last night, but my first reaction to him was, first of all, he's the cutest gay guy I've ever known, which is funny because he wasn't even out of the closet yet. And I also thought he was like in his 20s. Like I thought he was like closer to my age when he was like in high school still.
Yep.
I was like dumbfounded when I found out you were still in high school.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why, because he didn't have the beard or anything. So
No.
like he has such a baby face. And unfortunately those videos don't exist anymore, so it's not like I could like go back and look at them and like explain like what it was I was
my
seeing.
Seven Otaku videos?
Right.
Yeah.
Because they were all deleted.
There's some videos on my old channel that are
I
probably still up
suppose.
that are...
I suppose. And I
that'll
could
show
find
it.
the same shot that like it looked like he was in an apartment and like behind him was a kitchen. Like I don't even know what I was thinking.
Huh.
So weird.
Bitch. Anyway.
Wait,
yeah.
I think we just started chatting.
Yeah.
I
We
guess
were on
literally how it
MSN,
happened.
weren't we?
What?
I think we were on MSN, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
When it was like the end of it.
Towards the end of it, when
Basically,
then it merged with Skype.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Actually, I don't think it was called MSN at that time. I think it was Windows Live Messenger at that
Yeah,
time.
probably.
Because it was that, it was MSN, then it was Windows Live Messenger, and then it just merged with Skype when Microsoft bought out Hotmail. But anyway, so that's kind of how Dylan and I kind of met and our friendship flourished
Yeah.
into Jack and Karen.
Yep.
Because I drink.
Just Jack.
And I drink. And I'm looking for a rich man to marry. So.
I'm just looking for anyone.
So rich man.
But
out there. Rich men out there. You know
anyone.
what I think? I don't think they gave... No, they did give me tomatoes, but I don't have any onions here, which is fine because I don't actually like onions. But like, I thought for a second, because he asked for no tomatoes or onions, and I forgot to ask for no onions, but I was like, whatever, I'm not going to worry about it, I'll just take them out. I'm not tasting any onions in here. But I have tomatoes, so I was thinking maybe they screwed up and they took out mine.
Yeah.
I do like tomato.
I like ketchup, but not tomatoes.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of people work. I don't like ketchup.
Huh.
Not really. I like it sometimes. I like it on eggs.
I'm like your mom, where we just adore it on everything.
I know. Like, I think when I was like in her uterus, that was the one nutrient that her body just kept for herself, and so I didn't develop a taste for it. That's how uteruses work, right?
That's fair.
I need to be given an owner's manual for mine because I don't know how it works.
I like how we're now talking about uterus.
And mine's broken.
I don't have one.
My favorite part of my YouTube story. Not that we're gonna get into detail because I don't want that negativity.
Yeah, I know
anymore.
what you're talking about. I was going to talk about it too.
But I was like, we got involved in some pretty heavy drama.
Oh yeah.
Was that 2012 or was it 2013 that we got involved with that drama?
I think it was 2012.
I don't remember exactly.
I know 2012 was the year that we both like started to get really big, a little big for us. Where like our videos would like we had to do an anime review and it would get like 1,000
Big for our
views.
group.
Yeah. And we were doing really well. Every video got a good amount of views.
Right.
And then...
And we were both averaging like 700, weren't we?
Yeah, 700 to 1,000.
Right.
Or more, especially like... You did like Inuyasha videos that did really well. Gundam videos did really well. And I know it's not about the views, but it was like... It was a good time, you know?
It was a good ego booster.
Yeah.
You know?
And then things kind of fell through with some people that we knew.
Which makes me still sad because, like, I legitimately still miss some of those people. Like,
I do
we
too.
were really good friends, and I
had
the audacity to have an opinion, and all of a sudden everybody hated me. I don't know.
Yeah, and it was also connected to some of the videos we were making too. That was stupid. Like, who cares?
Right. And also the drama was perpetuated by sustaining industry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Cosmo was angry about it too.
Yes, because it's, I don't know. Like, I thought those videos were they had a really good message, and that's why I liked making them. I was gonna belch. I wasn't doing it to, like, become, like, some, I don't know, like have an ego or whatever.
Right. Like, the one thing I didn't like about sustaining industry, and I never did, was the fact that we had to show our receipts.
Yeah.
And showcase how much we actually spent. And I understood the concept. Like, I understood that it was there to prove that it was new.
Yeah.
And that you weren't cheating. But shouldn't we have enough respect and trust in ourselves and each other that if we're doing a haul, that we do... And that's why when we took over, after RA left...
Yeah.
And we took over, we actually took that out.
Yeah, we did.
Because I never did like that. And I know a lot of people didn't like that. And that was one of the big complaints about sustaining industry as a whole.
Yeah.
There are still people still doing sustaining industry videos.
There are. I see them. And what's funny is they never talk about it. They just have it in the title. And it's just a haul. Which is fine. But it's just, I don't know. It's strange.
It's lost its meaning over the years.
Yeah. And that's really unfortunate.
Which is also why when we took over, we also, like, added in there, we had to have some kind of information about the industry.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I thought that was really cool. Because that's interesting, and that makes it more important, because that's the point. Belch!
Well, and one of my big frustrations with the other side is that we were doing something to try and sustain the industry. We weren't trying to, like, tell them that the way that they were doing things were wrong.
No.
I was explaining, whenever I would explain, like, sustaining the industry and sustaining, and, like, what's wrong with watching stuff illegally and stuff like that, what I was trying to get across was the harm that it does. And I get that people got defensive about it, but, I mean, it is illegal.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, we were actively trying to do our part to help the industry. And how people got so angry about it is beyond me. Like, how dare you try to save the industry that we all love?
Yeah. But in a way,
it was weird.
In a way, that whole experience made us closer. Because I remember, I won't go into details, but you had a really bad night because of some people. And And I was there for you, and I became closer with you because I saw the bad side of those people and stuck with my friend. Like, that was the good part of it. To me. Because
it was a rough night.
I think you're one of my best friends. You are one of my best friends. Right. And I'm grateful for that.
And I'm super grateful for you. Like, I had this conversation with a friend. That same friend from Arizona. We had kind of lost contact a little bit over the years because, I mean, number one, he lives in Arizona. Number two, we don't have a ton in common. So the one thing we did have in common at one point was we both liked anime at one point, but he's not really into it anymore. And so we lost contact over the years. But I decided I wanted to kind of get caught up, so we started talking. We talked for like 4 hours the other night, and that was one thing. Would you please stop? Anyway, so we were talking, and I was talking about Dylan. And he was like, well, because the way we lost contact, Dylan and I had known each other by that time. By the time we lost contact. So he's like, oh, I remember you talking about Dylan. Yeah, how is he doing? And I was like, well, he's doing okay, and blah, blah, blah. I didn't get into details about his life. But at the same time, I was like, I did talk about, like, how important we kind of are to each other.
Yeah.
And he was like, it is so good that you found somebody like that. He's like, I'm so happy that you found somebody like that. Because he had stopped being that person for me, unfortunately, quite a few years ago. And I don't hold that against him. But, again, our lives kind of went in different directions. And that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with your life going in a different direction.
Right.
But, like, it just felt good to, talk to somebody else about it and realize that I had made a good choice in a friend. Because I've made some really nasty choices in friends. Like that girl from Mission Otaku was incredibly toxic. And a lot of people in the anime community in that time became toxic for me. Not that they are toxic people. They're not. They were all wonderful people. And I still, like I said, miss their friendships. But they became toxic for me. And because Dylan was talking about that one night, it was the last time I ever did a live broadcast.
Oh.
It was the last time.
A long time ago.
It was the last time I ever did one because I couldn't. I got on there and a bunch of people showed up. I was super excited, and all they were doing was yelling at me for my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was just like. And then what was so funny is people always thought that. So I'm not the biggest fan of mainstream anime. Like, let's call it spade a spade. I'm not. Like, I like the lesser known stuff because generally the lesser known stuff is shorter. I'm better with short series. They hold my attention better. But there are some mainstream anime that I do like. Like Trigun technically is a mainstream anime, even though it's short. Bebop,
yeah.
Inuyasha,
Bitch.
Gundam,
Yes, Gundam.
Death Note. So many things like that.
But then we also like shows like Now and Then Here and There.
Or the
and
Soul
Dakoita.
Taker, Dakoita. Those lesser known shows. Well, I tend to gravitate towards those lesser known shows. And that's what I tend to talk about on my channel because, like, what's the point other than views to talking about Inuyasha? That's literally the reason I talked about the final act so much because I found out some information. I made a video because I was excited about it and it got 36,000 views. And I was like, holy crap. And so I remember actually telling you about that, being like, I think I'm just going to talk about Inuyasha the final act a lot because, oh my god, it's getting me views. But other than that, what is the point of talking about mainstream anime for me? Like, this is my own, like, thing.
Right.
I don't see a ton of point in it when everybody already knows what it is in the community. Everybody already either likes it or doesn't like it. They already have an opinion.
Right.
So, talking about it other than to get views, which, again, there's nothing wrong with that. I did it. There's really not a ton of point. So what I like to do is I like to talk about the anime that is not well known. Your Project Arms, your Dakoita, your Soul Taker, your which a lot of people think you mean Soul Eater. No, Soul Taker. Like, it's a completely different show. Things like that. I like talking about now and then here and there and how messed up it is.
Yep.
So what I loved about that night was people got on there like, Gundam is mainstream. Your point? I didn't say I didn't like mainstream anime. I said I didn't like the big three at the time. Like, that's okay.
Right.
I did like Bleach at one point. I even liked Naruto at one point.
Me too.
They just both got long, and I get bored. I have, like, anime ADD. A show becomes too long, and I go, I'm done. I did that with Inuyasha. I stopped watching during season 3 originally, and then I powered through to finish so I could finish the whole series. Which didn't even finish until the final act.
Yeah, season 3 was hard for me to get through.
Season 3 is a tough season, and I don't know why. I think for me it's a tough season just because it is when I stopped watching, and I think I kind of relived that. I think that's why in that Fateful Nine Togenkyo, I don't know why I hate that episode so much. I don't know why.
Which one was that one?
That's the one that Sam Vincent is in. He plays that tree. Or does he play? No, he doesn't play the tree. He plays the fat guy. That fat guy, Inuyasha, becomes human.
Oh, okay.
And he has a little village and shrinks Kagome and Moroku.
Oh,
I think Son goes there too.
Oh my god, it's been so long since I've
I know.
seen it, but yeah, I think I know
It's
what
a
you're talking
two-parter. And for some reason, I hate that episode. Matter of fact, when I got out of anime, It was my senior year of high school. And I essentially I gave it up for Lent. And for some reason I just didn't go back to it.
Right.
And until my friend Nikki was like, can we watch Endless Waltz? She came over. We were both home for summer from college. And she's like, can we watch Endless Waltz? And I was like, all right, fine, whatever. And then I was like, oh man, I miss this show. Anyway, so my freshman year of college, when I wasn't into anime, I was flipping through channels in my dorm because I was doing homework. I was up late doing homework. And my roommate wasn't in the room, so I had nothing, nothing going on. So I was like, I'm just going to turn on the TV for some extra sound. I was flipping through channels, and I came across Inuyasha, and it was The Fateful Night in Togenkyo. This might be why I hate it so much. And I was watching it, and I was like, God, this is such a weird episode. This is why I stopped watching anime. This stuff is so weird. If only I could go back to my 19-year-old self and show me what I am watching now.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I think I would be very disturbed.
Ouch.
I mean, considering the fact that I couldn't finish Black Lagoon because it was so weird back when I first watched it in 2008. I finished it now. I love that show. It's like on my top 10.
It's a good show.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some good times and some bad times on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, after that whole experience, I had to restart completely. I started a book channel, and I focused completely on that because I just didn't want the negativity in my life.
I think we both left the anime community. I didn't leave that channel, but I left the anime community for a very long time.
Yeah.
If you go back to my videos in 2012, 2013, you'll notice there are some anime videos, but for the most part, I'm talking about like Doctor Who, and if I'm talking about anime, it's like super non-controversial. It's like Pokemon and shit like that.
Right.
Digimon.
Yeah.
I didn't want anything to do with the anime community after that all happened.
No. And it was just very bad for me because I had just came out. And, like you, I had an opinion about something. And, like, I know obviously not the whole community is like this, but there was
Absolutely not.
There were a lot of trolls.
It was just a bad day.
Yeah, it was just a bad day. And yeah, all the trolls basically just, spewed the F word at me and made me feel really self-conscious about coming out. And it took me years until, like, most recently, a few years ago, to, like, just, you know what, fuck it. Who gives a shit if you're out or how you act in the video? Just be yourself and just do it.
And be unapologetically you.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I have learned.
It took a long time.
Yeah. Just
Especially
be unapologetically you.
Yeah.
I think...
And I mean, I'm a little bit out there too. I boost it up so that it can be a little funny and a little weird, and I want to be like that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
And that's what's really unfortunate. And I felt so bad when you went through that, because I know that must have been really tough.
Yeah.
I mean, would you please stop?
He's just sympathizing with me, baby. I love you, Cosmo. He's like, huh?
He's like, why can't I come over there?
There's no more food for you, sorry.
But I don't understand why people have to be so rude. Like,
it's, they have their problems and they use it to lash out. And
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and it's not, that doesn't make it right, but...
No, it's not an excuse.
No.
See, there's the thing, as I truly honestly believe there's a huge difference between excuse and reason. Excuse is, I did a bad thing, I couldn't help it, it cannot be helped, and I'm not going to learn from it.
Right.
But a reason is, it happened, it's shitty that it did, I'm sorry that it did, but here's why it happened, and this is how I'm going to fix it. That's the difference. So, people have their reasons for for being rude and dicks and saying the F word for you, or the N word for, another community, or the M word for another community, or, obviously mine is a lot easier to hide, the fact that I'm Polish, but I grew up with the P word. I grew up with the word Polak. Oh my god, yeah. I don't care for Polak to say it. It's not okay for other people to say it.
Right.
Because it is very derogatory, and again, it's nowhere near the extent of like what you guys have, what everybody else goes through in their communities, because Polish people don't have, I mean, they do have a look, but at the same time, like, I don't look Polish. So unless I talk about it.
Right. But it still sucks. It's not acceptable.
No, and I've never gotten on YouTube. I'm sure I will, because I'm going to start talking about being Polish, so. I'm sure I'll get it.
Maybe.
I'm sure something will go viral and there will be a Polak joke somewhere in my videos. It's fine.
Yeah.
In the comment section. But I just understand why people have to be so freaking rude all the time.
No, they don't.
You know, and a lot of people don't even understand that there are certain words, like the G word too. I'm just gonna say it so that people know what I'm talking about, but the word gypsy is actually incredibly derogatory for a certain group of people. And but people don't understand that that's a bad word. Same thing with the M word.
Right.
People don't understand the M word is a bad word for short people, or for little people, or for dwarfs.
Yes.
Yes. I don't say that word. I don't say the N word. I don't say the F word. I don't say the G word either, unless it's important. Like in that case, like there was no good way for me to really explain what I was trying to say. But like it's not okay to say those words.
Right.
And I'm so sorry I had to go through that. It sucks.
So, it's in the past now, so.
It is.
And we're better now.
We are, and we're stronger, and like he said, our friendship became stronger because of it, because we both went through it together.
Yeah.
And we got through it together. And yeah, we had to say goodbye to some people in our lives, but we have kept some amazing people and added new people into our lives. And now I feel safe coming back to the anime community.
You should.
I mean, for the most part, again, like I talked in my update video, I don't feel like I can stay relevant, unfortunately, because I don't watch a ton of new stuff. But eventually I'll start.
Yeah.
Like one day I'll finish Xammed. I watched the first few episodes and it was good, but I just haven't gotten any further because life happens,
Right.
And The Good Place is a really good show, and sometimes I just have to rewatch it.
I get
over and over and over and over again.
Well, then you can talk about TV shows if you want. Do what you want. Do you. And, I'll still be here. I'll still watch it. Love my bread.
If you want to go get your ice cream, go get your ice cream, man.
Okay. Recently I had to, so there was a snafu at work where someone accidentally filled the 5-gallon water bottles, and they filled like 75 racks of 5-gallon water bottles, so there were like hundreds of water bottles to dump. So I stayed 3 hours after work dumping them with people.
Lovely.
And these shoes got soaked.
Bet they did.
And now I think the insoles are like fucked.
No, Merrells are usually pretty good about water.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
My Merrells are like literally, my Merrells are a type of shoe. If you have not worn a Merrell, what are you doing with your life?
This one. Yeah, I love it. I've had it for a couple years now.
Merrells are the most comfortable shoes. They, as far as I know, they don't participate in sweatshops. And I've tried to do the research on it, and I'm pretty sure they are ethical where that's concerned.
Good.
But I love them. And my shoes, like literally, I have loafers, and I can walk. And I proved this. I was leaving my mom's work, so I went and had lunch with my mom, and I was leaving her work, and I was walking through a puddle that was probably 3 inches deep.
Oh.
My socks didn't even get wet.
Wow.
My shoes are legitimately like waterproof, and I didn't waterproof them. They came like that. They're full on waterproof, and I've been wearing those shoes for years.
Wow. That's awesome.
I love Merrell. Again, not sponsored. Look at my views. But Merrell, if you want to sponsor me, hell yeah. I will promote your shoes, baby. But no, I love my Merrell shoes. I will only, like my running shoes are Merrell. I've got a couple of walking shoes. I only really wear one pair specifically, but I do have another pair. They're just not as comfortable. And not for any reason other than just made differently, and I just don't want to get used to it. And that's like just literally the only reason. So what kind of blizzard do you have, Dylan?
I have, I know it's Oreo something, but it's chocolate. Oreo chocolate. I forget the name. It's good.
I want to say, getting our stupid food at Dairy Queen was very, very difficult.
It was.
Like, my burger was up, just straight up, like, cold. My fries are, like, straight up cold. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind. My dog is driving me nuts. Like, I'm just really highly emotional today because today's a rough day, but...
I know. But I'm here.
I know you're here, and it's wonderful that you're
I love you.
I love you, too. For those of you who know, it's the 1 year anniversary of my grandma's death. And I didn't talk about it publicly for a very long time just because it was so hard. But I talked about it in my update video, which hasn't been up yet, so Dylan doesn't know because Dylan's not seen it. So Dylan's getting all kinds of spoilers from update video.
Yay! I'm so spoiled.
But this is the 1 year anniversary. She died September 11th of 2017, and it was the day before my birthday, and losing her was very difficult, and I wasn't able to get down there to be with her when she died. So there was all kinds of things that makes this day very, very difficult. And then just to add on top of it, like, I had a rough day at work, and then we got to Dairy Queen, and it was just a mess.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bummer. It's kind of a bummer of a day.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But we got ice cream, y'all.
Technically, Dairy Queen is not ice cream. Technically, it's ice milk.
We got ice milk, y'all.
And Culver's, which I actually like better, but that's not a Minnesota company. That's a Wisconsin company. That's frozen custard.
Yay! Ice cream.
I don't usually get too weird about it. Like I do about poisonous versus venomous.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that last night.
Why?
Just randomly. I was like, don't say poisonous, don't say poisonous,
Oh my God.
don't say poisonous.
My biggest pet peeve is when somebody says poisonous snake or like poisonous spider. They're not poisonous, they are venomous. Like, it is different. Venom is injected into the bloodstream. Poison is ingested through the digestive system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like, if you were to eat a venom sac, you might throw it up, you might get, like, achy stomach, but it won't kill you.
Okay.
At least, as far as I've ever done
really
the
what I
research
was
on.
wondering.
Right.
Honestly.
It won't kill you.
Okay.
But, and then if you put poison into your system, your body's like, what the hell is this? Let's get rid of it. So, like, they actually react differently in the body. So it drives me crazy when somebody says poisonous snake or poisonous spider. But it was funny, the other day, my dad said, because I saw this thing on Facebook, and it said, did you know that there is a mushroom out there that is enough to feed a man for the rest of his life?
I saw this.
Right. Well, because it's, poisonous. So my dad goes, because it's poisonous. And my mom goes, venomous. And I went, no, Mom. For the first time ever, my dad is correct. It is poisonous. And she goes, I'm never right.
Oh, I'm Team Mary. I still love you anyway.
Oh my God, it was so funny. My mom, she's so funny. But, like, sometimes my dad will do that. He'll look me straight in the eye and go, poisonous snake. I want to punch him. I want to punch him so hard. Anyway, but I swear to God, a lot of, like, especially our friends, are going to be freaking trolls and are going to comment, poisonous snake, in the comments.
Just because you said that now.
Just because I said it. And if you do, I hate all of you.
Bitches.
Oh my gosh. Cleanse the palate. Some water.
Or ice milk, y'all.
I'm getting there. I have to cleanse the palate before I eat the ice milk. Anyway, so our trip to Dairy Queen. I'm not gonna get too into it because I'm just gonna get too heated because I'm still frustrated with it. But so much bad customer service. It was ridiculous. But no, like specifically it started with my Blizzard. If you work in food service and you make an order wrong, don't you dare try to fix it. Remake it.
Yeah.
Don't try to fix it. Just remake it. Because that's what happened.
Yep.
And she thought that I wouldn't notice or care that there was caramel in it. I don't like caramel. I don't know, I'm weird. Everybody loves caramel. When it comes to sweet, it has to be chocolate. Or it has to be sour. Other than that, I don't like candy.
You do you, that's good.
I know.
Do what you want.
I know. But, anyway. I need to rewatch Gundam 00.
Me too.
I think about that because I have the soundtrack in my car. So every day I'm reminded. I'm like, I want to watch 00.
Yeah, it plays every time she turns her car on, which is awesome.
I need to switch it out because, man, it's getting to a point where it's like real tough. But like, the issue is, I'm still trying. Like, I rewatched Black Lagoon recently, which has the same director, same main actor. And then you and I started watching Seed, sort of.
Yeah.
Together, which has the same director. And that same actor is in that.
Yes.
So, like, that is a lot of Brad Swale. Like, not that I have a problem with Brad Swale. Like, I love him. He's one of my favorites. But, like...
And Sam Vincent.
He's in 00 and Seed. He's actually one of my two favorite characters.
And Chantal Strand.
You are correct.
Both pink-haired girls.
It's true. She does play pink-haired girls in both of those Gundam series. Anyway, so I love Brad Swale, but like at the same time, like it can be too much if I have to go from character to character to character to character, and I do like to watch dubs usually, especially if it's Vancouver.
Because they're very different characters.
Very different characters. All of them are very different characters. Although I do love when Rock screams, "You got effed."
Oh, I love that line.
You got fucked.
Oh, I love it so much.
My favorite thing is when people have taken a clip from Catra killing somebody in a Gundam and puts that on there. I'm like, Catra! Catra!
It's such an un-Catra thing to say.
It's kind of an un-Rock thing to say, really, but for some reason, being around them, like, he really got into...
You might be like that, though.
What?
If you see, like, if you're around those people,
right,
you're gonna act like that.
Well, quite frankly, I did not say the F word, a lot until I started having friends that did, and then all of a sudden it just became part of my lexicon.
Yeah.
I was like, alright, I guess that's what I'm saying now. I actually used to hate that word. I hated hearing it, I hated saying it.
I remember one of the stories you told me about it.
What was that story?
It was about Greg getting you to say.
Oh!
Or something like that. And you were like, I don't want to say it. And he's like, it's just a word. Just say it.
I don't remember who that was now, but I do remember that now.
Was it not Greg?
It wasn't Greg.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Oh, I thought it was. Well.
But that was kind of, maybe it was. I do remember hanging out with Greg at Anime Detour. I think it was 2008. And there was a Greg Ayers fan club Facebook group. He's like, I freaking hate that thing. I don't want it there. He's like, I prefer the one that somebody else there was Greg Ayers Flip Me Off. And I'm like, he's like, so you need to join Greg Ayers Flip Me Off. And I'm like, you've never flipped me off. He's like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
My Minnesota history teacher today flipped us off. I forgot about that. So, okay. There was a reason. It wasn't like he just was like, FYI. It was like, so the whole situation was, we were talking about how it's hard to go up to somebody, it's difficult to go up to somebody who doesn't speak your language and go, cup, and teach English as a second language.
Okay.
So, because not all gestures are universal.
Right.
So if you're saying Brit, or, you could be telling them, whatever. You could be telling them to go away, or you could be like saying a bad word. Well, then he goes, so what does this mean? And everybody goes, well, to or peace. Well, here it means that, but in other places it could mean this.
Yeah.
Because it does. In other places. And that's actually why at Disney World, if you ever notice at the Disney parks, they never point with one finger because that's rude in a lot of cultures.
Oh.
So they point with their whole hand.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because they think about other cultures.
That's
Believe
great.
it or not, there are some companies out there that actually think about other cultures.
dog is gonna die.
He's getting close.
We're almost done with our food, so I don't know why he's still being a
Well,
baby.
because, I don't know. I think it's because he's separated from us.
Yeah.
He should be used to it by now. He's been separated from us. He's gonna go lay down somewhere else. He's like, I'm just not even gonna look at you guys anymore.
I love him. I'm back.
I'm really excited for everybody to get together tomorrow.
Me
like,
too.
That's literally like what I wanted for my birthday this year was like, unfortunately, like, a lot of my YouTube friends, Dylan's the only one that could come.
Hey. Because I'm the best.
Well, Kay has a good reason for not being able to come.
I'm the best.
Kay couldn't come. Anyway, so notice how he's like, I'm the best. Like, notice how I said I'm the best. He said I'm the best. I said Kay couldn't come. What does that tell you?
I'm the best.
Okay, I'll go with that. Anyway,
I love you.
Anyway,
Can't be me.
But it was like, I want my worlds to collide because there's only like one group of friends I didn't bring into my party, but that's because like I wanted all the geeks there, and even though one of them's like a super duper geek, like he and I love to talk about Star Trek all the time. My softball group is not necessarily invited. Sorry, except for Custer.
I love Custer.
So, but like I'm like, I want my Wednesday night crew, and I want my high school sisters, and I want my YouTube friends. I want you all to come together because you guys are all gonna love each other, and you guys are gonna be all best friends, and because you are all so weird and stuff. And so I have like literally almost all of my Wednesday night crew coming, and I've got 2 of my 3 high school sisters coming, and Dylan's here, and so I'm just like, of course, the only person that Dylan hasn't met is Shayna, one of my high school sisters.
Oh yeah.
That's the only person he's not met. But, like, I'm just so excited because my worlds are actually colliding for the first time ever.
Yay.
And I'm very excited about it. But, we need to get all of our YouTube group together.
We do. We need to find a place in the middle and just all go there.
Or just all go down to Texas because Kay can't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking, but I wasn't going to go there. Even though I'm the best.
I mean, Matt's pretty difficult too. Matthew, look at me. Matthew, look at me. Get your ass somewhere with all of us. Do I make myself clear?
Dear God, please do it. I'm scared.
Matthew, if you don't, you are grounded.
And I'm dead. Notice how she didn't actually laugh, so she's fucking serious.
I didn't laugh because I had a huge piece of Reese's in my mouth.
Sure, bitch. I'm gonna die.
Lord. Children. Surrounded by children. It's gonna be a long fucking ass video. There's a lot of things I need to watch.
Yes.
I need to finish Gilgamesh.
You should. I've been thinking about that one too.
We also need to like finish that disc of Car Ranger that we're on.
Yes, we do.
Car Ranger's so weird.
And I brought all this anime for us to watch too.
Anyway, so Car Ranger. So I really like Super Sentai. We both really like Super Sentai.
Yes.
And for the most part, like, Super Sentai is like cheeky and, you know, a little cheesy.
A little cheesy, yeah.
Car Ranger brought it to a whole new level so far.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense, because, like, Turbo was such a weird season.
Dancing cars.
Dancing cars.
Like, in pairs, doing the waltz.
Weird gremlin alien.
Yes.
Dapu.
Dapu. Who is the love child between a Furby and
Yoda.
Yoda.
Like, literally.
Literally.
So weird.
Kind of a little bit of a gremlin, too. Like the Mogwai.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. But that's also a Furby, basically.
Basically. Which is why Furbies are so freaky. Did you ever have a Furby?
I had a lot of Furbies.
I had 3.
Yeah. I liked them.
I did too.
I liked them when I was a kid. I don't
Mhm.
know why. It was cute, I guess. And
Well-
then they became terrifying.
Well, for me, like, so I had 2, like, regular Furbies. I had the black one, and then I had the calico, like, one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a blue baby Furby. Remember the baby Furbies? They were like little.
Mm.
They were a bit smaller than the rest of the
I don't know if I ever had one.
Okay. Anyway, I'm old. I'm actually like I lived the whole 90s.
Yeah, I missed 2 years.
I was 4 when the 90s started. So, well, I turned 4 that year. So, anyway, so I had the Furbies and I loved them. My mom hated them, which is weird because like I don't like dolls. I don't like human dolls. Like I don't like dolls that look too real.
Right.
And if a doll looks too real, I'm pretty sure it's gonna eat my soul. I have a weird fear of dolls. It's unhealthy. It's as unhealthy as this dinner was.
So it's dolls, not like figures.
Correct.
So if it was like a figure of like Lacus, that wouldn't
That's
bother
fine.
you? Okay.
No, it's like porcelain dolls are the big one. That's where it started. Porcelain dolls where it started, and then I went to a convention in 2007, Anime Evolution. There was this girl there. She and I got along really well at the convention, but she had a ball joint doll, and she like would talk to it, and she would act like it was responding. And for somebody who already had like a weird thing with dolls, I can't look at a ball joint doll. I can't even look at them. I can't look at pictures of them. I can't be near them. There's this person, so I'm on staff for a convention here, Anime Detour, the same first convention I ever went to. I'm also staff for now.
Yeah.
And there's this girl, I think she's in programming, and we have the same office. And she has a ball joint doll. And she keeps bringing it in, but I don't feel comfortable enough to be like, those things make me uncomfortable. Can you please not bring it in here? Because, like, it's her life. She can do whatever she wants. She's a full-grown adult.
Right.
But, like, I don't want to look at those things. I feel more uncomfortable with ball joint dolls than I do with any other doll.
I'm that way with puppets. Well, not like sock puppets or like a puppet show, but like the ones that you...
Marionettes.
Marionette kind of puppets, or like, you know, the Goosebumps, like the dummy.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Ventriloquist dummies.
No.
Ventriloquist dummies, if they look like your average, like the one from Goosebumps, like if it looks like your like legitimate like ventriloquist dummy, those look haunted to me. I can't do it.
Nope.
But like, not that I'm super into Jeff Dunham anymore, but like Jeff Dunham's puppets, I can handle.
Yeah.
Because they don't look too real. They don't look haunted to me.
No.
But that's the thing. Like, they make horror movies with dolls for a reason.
I know.
Dolls are haunted, dolls are scary, dolls are going to eat your souls. And so, like, I can't do American Girl dolls either. Or my nieces have some. Have one each.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, good with them now. Because, like, I've been around them so much that I know that if they are alive and going to steal souls, they're not going to steal mine because they already would have. Mm-hmm. But I can't go into the store because there's a store at the Mall of America. There's an American Girl doll store. And I can't go in there.
Yeah. I have kind of a story. It's not really my story to tell. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
It's not really my story to tell because I don't know all the details, but I have a coworker who bought a doll on eBay.
Oh, Lord.
And
it was
think
fucking
it was
haunted?
Yes.
And wanted to steal her soul?
It would disappear. It would disappear for months. And then her nephew found it, just randomly. And she threw it away because she was freaked out. And then it came back. And she could not get rid of it.
I have heard stories about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, legitimate. I have a haunted doll story. So, I had a doll that was like a baby doll. But it could talk. It was like one of those ones that talk.
Okay.
And essentially what it was it was supposed to be like, you're its mommy and you're teaching it how to talk. So it'd go, Paschetti. And then you would go, spaghetti. And then the doll would go, Paschetti. And then you would go, spaghetti. And then finally the third time it would say, spaghetti. Because it's not really artificial intelligence. It's like literally 3 times and then it's done.
Okay.
So... Now, granted, I don't care what you guys say about ghosts. I believe in ghosts full-heartedly. I lived in a haunted house. Like, don't even go there. So, you can believe what you want. However, I believe in ghosts.
Me too.
So, it could have been the fact that I lived in this haunted house, and it could have been the ghost messing with me. Not joking. So my mom was saying goodnight to me, and the doll spoke. And so when this doll turned off, it would say, before it would turn off, it would say, "Don't you want to play with me?"
Oh my fucking god.
And then it would say, "Okay, night-night." If you did not react to it, it would say, "Okay, night-night," and that's when it would turn off. Okay? This was normal.
I remember this.
This is how the doll would turn off. So I hadn't played with this doll for hours, so it should have already turned off. And I remember it turning off. And as my mom was saying goodnight to me, the doll goes, "Don't you want to play with me?" My mom took it away, and she took out the batteries,
Oh god.
and she swears it still talked. After that, she threw it away. Like she like burned it. Like I think she threw it in her fireplace. She was done. I never saw that doll again.
That's disturbing.
Like I said, I'm sure it could have been just the ghost messing with us, because we had this ghost and he messed with us. He would change channels on us. He would turn on all the hot water in the house. He would do all kinds of weird crap. Like if somebody did not mention, like acknowledge his existence, he would like stand behind them and breathe on them. So my friends that had never been to my house, if I hadn't prepped them for that, they'd be like, "Why do I feel like somebody's standing right behind me?" And I go, "Oh, just say hi, Cy," and he'll be gone, and then he'll leave you alone. Because his name was Cy. Because I think his name was Simon, but we just called him Cy.
Oh.
What happened? We live in a haunted house growing up. It's weird.
That's terrible.
He liked messing with me because I'd get home like right at 3:30 so I could watch Pokemon. So I'd run into the house, turn on the TV. I could see the TV in the living room from my kitchen. So I'd go to the kitchen, make myself a snack, and while I'm in the kitchen, he would turn the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say, "Leave it alone!" Yeah, he'd stop. He wasn't mean.
Well, that's
He was
good.
weird. He was just a weird dude. There was something ominous in the house at one point, but that's for another video.
Yeah.
If you guys want to hear that story, let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to hear about the story about where I actually faced down a demon, let me know. I didn't face it down. It just was in my room, and an angel told me to run. And you listen.
Yes.
When some dude, actually it was a girl, when some woman, sounds like a woman, standing there in white robes, and she tells you, "Go to your mom and dad," in the middle of the night,
Fucking do it.
you run. You run so fast. I left my sister behind. She wasn't in the same room.
Oh my god.
She was in the next room over.
Oh my god, there was a video. Oh, what did I watch? Oh my gosh, was it a? Oh no, it was Car Ranger, when there's a monster that attacks a woman, and the woman runs inside her
Oh,
house.
that's it.
And then she's like, keeps on running, runs by the kid. The monster chases after her, and I'm like, you left the freaking kid!
Well, my favorite is still her actress going, "Ah!" and then
With
running.
that face.
"Ah!" Like no emotion. Like again, it's Japan. Japan has a different way of acting.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh,
oh my god, it was so funny.
Car Ranger!
So far, still my favorite is Die Ranger.
Me too.
So far,
Yeah, we
Well,
go. I like Die Ranger.
Jetman. I can't wait to rewatch Jetman because I think Jetman was still probably my favorite.
That comes out soon.
I know.
I think at the end of the month.
Or it's in October.
Oh, October.
I think so. I'm pretty sure it's October. You're sitting so far ahead of me.
What?
You're sitting so far ahead of me.
Because I have a pillow. I got the pillow.
Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know. Dolls freak me out. They just do. And I think that was the big start, other than porcelain dolls and my aunt telling me that they wanted to steal my soul. That might have something to do with it.
That's scary.
Anyway, I have this weird thing with dolls. So if I ever do have children and I have little, kids that want to play with dolls, I'll be like, hey, nah.
Hell no, here's your Pokemon.
Right. No, my kids will be raised, if I have kids, I'll raise them on Pokemon and Digimon and Death Note. Now and then here and there. The Soul Taker. That's a good one for kids, right? The Soul Taker?
Yeah.
That's appropriate. That's appropriate for children.
Girl, I watched The Lost Boys when I was 7.
Now and then here and there has children in it. So, obviously, it is safe for children to watch. Granted, one of them, like, gets raped, but, like, it's okay, right?
Yeah. For kids!
It's amazing 4 Kids didn't dub that one. It's funny because it was a New
some
York
of the same
dub.
actors are in it.
It's a New York dub, so it was the same actors from 4 Kids.
4 Kids! Or for psychomaniacs that want to turn kids into child soldiers for their own bidding.
That is quite literally the review of Now and Then Here and There. That is all you need to know going in.
And tears.
What? Oh,
And
prepare
tears.
yourself for tears. Prepare
Oh my god.
Like, okay, have I ever told you the story about the when I first watched Now and Then Here and There?
Maybe.
Okay,
I'll hear it again.
so first time I watched Now and Then Here and There. So the reason why I watched it was because I was listening, not watching, listening to a podcast with Dan Green in it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about his favorite character that he's ever played. And he was like, well, it's hard to say, but, you know, one that I'm really, really proud of is Nabucco from Now and Then Here and There. And I'm not going to say what he said because he spoiled the show. So I walked in knowing what kind of happened. But, boy, I was still not prepared for it.
No.
And so I was living with that girl, Sarah, at the time. She was in the living room watching Fruits Basket. And I was in my bedroom watching Now and Then Here and There. And I was watching the end of it.
Oh no.
And so she's in the living room, and I'm hearing her just hysterically laughing. I was watching Now and Then Here and There, and then all of a sudden the emotion started. So, like, the whole last disc, like, back then it was 3 discs. So, the whole last disc, I'm sitting there, because I got it off Netflix. This whole last disc, it's back when I was getting Netflix on DVD. Because their streaming service was bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was watching it and the emotion started. And I started, like, crying hysterically. So our neighbors in that apartment building must have thought that something weird was happening. Because one was, like, laughing hysterically. The other one was, like, crying. Like, I'm not joking. Like, it wasn't like I was just crying. I was, like, audibly sobbing.
I had that happen too.
I was audibly sobbing. And so my neighbors must have thought we were. Like, there was something weird happening in that apartment.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh, it was so funny. It was absolutely hilarious. My dog is pouting now. Anyway. So, it was really, really, really funny. And, like, I look back now, it was funny, but, like, I was so disturbed.
Me too.
I was so disturbed. And
I think
the last time, like, actually, oddly enough, because it is my birthday tomorrow, on my birthday one year, I don't remember which year it was, on my birthday, before I went to go meet with my family for dinner, I thought it was a good idea to sit down and watch the whole thing in one sitting.
that's never a good idea.
I've never done it. I have not done it since. I never watched that in one sitting.
I couldn't. You can't.
Oh my god, it is just so emotional.
It is.
Anyway, well, it looks like we're done with our food.
Yes.
At least for the most part. I don't know if he's done with his ice cream yet.
It is gone, girl.
It is gone?
It is gone, girl.
Anyway, for the record, I never said what Blizzard I had. It was a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup and Oreo. It almost ended up with caramel on the inside. And Reese's Pieces, which I could have dealt with the Reese's Pieces, but, like, not the caramel.
No.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us.
Yay.
And I will see you guys all next time. If you guys want me to continue doing these, I've got friends. I sort of have friends. But I have friends. I think some of our friends are trying to contact us right now. Anyway.
Damn it, Kay.
I have friends. It's probably Matt. He knows I was talking about him in this video. He's going,
run!
He's going, what? Why do I feel like somebody's talking about me? Are you talking about me in a video? Are you guys making a video about me? And I'm like, yes, Matt, we're making a video about you. And he's laughing right now. Like, as he's watching this, he's like, oh my god, this is so stupid. Anyway, But if you guys want me to do more of these, let me know in the comments below, and I will do more with some more friends of mine. I've got a friend who is gluten-free, so we can eat some gluten-free stuff, and she and I can talk about our ailing stomachs and inability to eat stuff. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see more of these. And go subscribe to Dylan, because he's amazing and gay.
And sexy.
I'm saying you don't get the gay factor with me, unfortunately, so.
Well, no.
No.
Except with Courtney Cox.
And Jennifer Lawrence. We talked about the girls I wouldn't kick out of bed today. Courtney Cox and Jennifer Lawrence. Ooh, and Kristen Bell.
Oh, yeah.
That's another one. That's another one. Anyway. Okay. Bye!